If you really want to party like a rock star, don't go to Miami, don't go to Vegas, go to Jamaica. We have parties at a water park, full adults, doing adult fun things at a water park. We have all-inclusive parties in the water, at the beach, with ice cream and food and drinks and performances and drones. We have parties where people bring boats into the middle of a sand dune in the middle of the water, surrounded by mountains and hills and views and people having the best time of their lives, okay? Partying in Jamaica isn't just an occasion, it's a lifestyle. Elders party with their children. I party with my mom growing up. Partying is part of our culture. It's a real thing. We have parties where people go on their head tops and people dance and jump on top of each other. We have bougie parties where people will escort you and drive you to the nicest, most decked out premises you've ever seen. And then even outside of parties, we have brunches on top of mountains overlooking everything. Like, it's insane. The amount of planning that goes into these Jamaican parties that the average person does not know about.
They went to Jamaica broken and came back whole. Let me tell you something they don't put in the travel brochures. When you grow up in the Western world, you spend your whole life as a question mark. You're always too much or not enough, too loud, too different, too visible, and somewhere deep down, you start shrinking yourself just to fit into spaces that weren't never built for you in the first place. But then you land in Jamaica, and for the first time in your life, you know the exception. You're the standard. You're not at a varsity higher on a billboard. You are everywhere, and something inside you exhales. This is not just about vacation vibes or jack chicken. This is about what happens when you stop performing blackness for white comfort and just exist freely, loudly, and unapologetically. So buckle up, because I'm about to tell you why Jamaica didn't just change these people's trip, it changed their lives. And guys, I want us to talk about it. I have a couple of clips. This is about what these people says. One is about visiting Jamaica, then I'll be back to discuss everything with you.
If you're a baddie and you're having a bad day, or you're feeling insecure, or you just broke up with a man, go to Jamaica and walk down the street. Walk down any street. It will immediately revitalize your confidence. Every time a Jamaican man sees a woman, he acts like it's his first time seeing a woman ever in his life. I think I just received a bumble clot. You get the point. And Jamaican men love all women. Slim, thick, even fat. If your belly is big, they say, don't worry, baby. It's just protecting your pum-pum. And let's not forget, they may not be good fathers, but they're great stepfathers. They will accept you with your children. They will cook for you. They will adore you. They will tell you things that you've never heard in your life. So if you are feeling sad, I encourage you, book the flight, come to Jamaica.
Anyone who says that Jamaica does not have beautiful beaches, babes, respectfully, you don't know what you're talking about. Because right now, I am on one of the most beautiful beaches on the island. We are talking 7 miles of white, soft sand. The sun is so bright, the water is glistening. It is, of course, spectacularly clear, and that beautiful turquoise that we know and love. I'm happy to say that although Jamaica has a serious issue where access to beaches are a problem for, I think they said only 1% of beaches are available to locals, this beach is not one of them. This is free. Everybody can access it. And look, there aren't too many people here, because I know some of you have this thing that your beach must be completely empty. Babes, this is none other than Negril in Jamaica. But what Jamaica gives you is more than just beautiful beaches. Babes, we give you vibes, because there is no one anywhere that is like a Jamaican. We give you great food. We give you landscape. You want mountains? Of course, baby. We give you blue mountains. And then we give you the world's best coffee on top of that. We give you food with spice, flavor, and history. I could go on and on, but you get the gist, babes. When are you booking your flight?
We hear them I say, Jamaica is the safest place on earth. But safe for who? Safe for tourists. Because they are protected. Which is right. Because they are visitors. And visitors must be protected. We agree with that.
The craziest thing about going to Jamaica is all your insecurities are things that they like Like, if you don't like the way your teeth are, like you have a gap, they're like, oh, I love space teeth. If you feel like you're a bit too chubby, your stomach's a bit big, they love that. Everything that you're insecure about in England, in Jamaica, they love it.
One thing that was interesting to me about Jamaica that is different from America, like it's so obvious, but you really don't notice until you get here, is the representation everywhere of Black people. So my first time coming to Jamaica was in 2015 for my 21st birthday. And I said that to my best friend, like she Jamaican, and she's like, I didn't even notice that. But I was in such a wow moment of the representation. And what I mean by that is when we're driving around, all the billboards, if you cut on the TV, the commercials, like the actors or whatever, everything on the TV shows, just everywhere you go, the flyers, like everywhere you go, it is Black people. And I mean, it is like common sense because it's like Jamaica, it's a Black island, right? But it's coming from America. It is not like that. Like majority of what we see is going to be white. It's very much the Western world. I mean, so that was like an aha moment for me. And it always is, being in a place like growing up in America. When you come to a place that is just Black, like it is all Black, that is the majority, it is such like, I don't know the feeling. I can't really use the words to describe it, but that was my first difference I noticed my first time coming to Jamaica, being from America. Actually, Jamaica was my first international trip too. It was my first passport stamp. And just coming here and seeing the representation of Black people everywhere was just really beautiful for me.
You know what, world? We spend our whole lives chasing belonging. We code switch at work, we adjust our hair, our tone, our energy just to make other people comfortable. We perform, we assimilate, we survive, and then you step off a plane in Montego Bay and you realize you've been holding your breath your entire life. Jamaica didn't just give these people vacation, it gave them permission. Permission to be Black without apology, permission to be loud without shame, permission to take up space without shrinking. And if you've ever felt like you're like a guest in your own skin, this video is for you. I want us to be real with something. When most people talk about Jamaica, they talk about beaches, Negril sunsets, red stripe and drum punch, and yeah, all of that slaps. Don't get me wrong though, but here's what they don't tell you. Jamaica is a mirror. It reflects back to you everything the diaspora has been starved of. It's not just a place, it is a feeling. It is a frequency and an energy that hums underneath everything. From the way the aunties sell mangoes on the roadside to the way the youth them move through the dance hall at 3 a.m. like their own time itself. And when some of these people landed expecting, they were not expecting spiritual awakening. They were expecting a turn and some good food. But within 24 hours, something shifted. They noticed on the first billboards, Black faces everywhere, not as tokens, not as diverse casting, just normal, everywhere. Like it looked Black doctors, Black models, Black families, selling phone plans and soft drinks, and some of them, they were talking about thinking like they were idiot chatting up a cell phone ad, because for the first time in their lives, they saw themselves reflected not as default, no exception, then it was just the norm. And that's when they realized they've been living in a world that threatened their Blackness, like guest appearance. Jamaica reminded these people that they were the main character. Growing up in America, the UK, Canada, wherever you learn to scan rooms, you can count how many of us are here. You calculate your safety, your voice, your space, and it's very sad. But in Jamaica, you stop counting because it's all of us Black people. Every TV show, every ad, every person serving you at the restaurant, flying the plane, running the country, and it hits different when you're used to being the only one in the room. You realize how much mental energy you've been spending just monitoring your Blackness, wondering if you're too much or not Black enough. Jamaica takes that weight off. You stop performing, you just are. And let me tell you, that feeling is priceless. Now, let's talk about the vibe, because Jamaican energy is a whole different frequency. The men, listen, if you're a woman who's been told you're too thick, too loud, or too much, Jamaica is about to rain you the best way. Jamaica men will look at your stretch marks, call them tiger stripes. They'll see your belly and say, "A dark make you sweet, baby." Gap in your teeth, space teeth, sexy, and they're not just gassing you up, they mean it, because Jamaican beauty standards aren't filtered through European colonial gaze. They celebrate abundance, curves, confidence, realness, and here they'll tell you things you've never heard in your life. Some of it's smooth talk, some of it genuine, but all of it reminds you that you deserve to be adored exactly as you are. For my brothers out there, it's the same. You're not a threat for being tall, dark, and confident. You're not intimidating for existing. You're just a king moving through a kingdom that recognizes you. And here's where Jamaica gets deep. The party culture is not escapism, it is resistance. When your ancestors survived the Middle Passage, when they endured plantations, when they fought for independence, they didn't just survive, they celebrated, they danced, they created culture in the face of death. That energy lives in every dancehall session, every Sunday brunch on a mountaintop, every all white yard party in the middle of the ocean. It's not frivolous, it's sacred. Jamaicans party like their joy is a political act, because it is. When the world tries to crush you, dancing is defiance, laughter is revolution, vibes are victory. And when you're there, whether you're 25 or 65, you feel it. You're not just partying, you're connecting to something ancient, something unbroken. Uh, Someone was talking about not forgetting their first night in a party, a street party in Kingston. They were standing, sweating through their shirts, surrounded by 1,000 people moving like water. The bars were so deep, like it was vibrating their chest. And this older woman, probably 6 or something, grabs their hand and starts whining on them, laughing, shouting over the music. Live up yourself, baby, laugh, t-shirt. So it just broke them, I guess. Not in a sad way, but in a way, in a way, has this been your my life, like, because this moment is not just moment. They weren't worried about being too black or being too African, too diaspora. It wasn't just like called switching or calculating. It was just free. It was some vibes. That's what Jamaica gives you. It doesn't just validate your blackness, it liberates it. And here's the thing, guys, that liberation doesn't stay on the island. You bring it home and you start moving different, talking different, setting boundaries different, because once you've tasted what it feels like to be the majority, to be celebrated, to be normal, you can't unknow it. You start asking, why am I accepting crumbs in spaces that should be feeding me? Look, I know some of you are thinking it's just a vacation, bro, relax. But that's the trap. It is not, isn't it? We've been conditioned to treat blackness like it's only value when it's productive, when it's struggling, when it's proving something. Jamaica taught these people that blackness can just be, it can be joyful, abundant, carefree, sexy, loud, messy, beautiful, and we need that, especially now when the diaspora is fighting battles on every front: gentrification, deportation, police violence, cultural erasure. We need spaces that remind us we're not just surviving, we are thriving. Jamaica is one of those spaces where it feels free to be black, and it's not perfect. No place is, but there is there is power, there is crime, there is inequality. But what Jamaica does better than almost anywhere else is this: it refuses to let struggle define the culture. The joy is louder than the pain. The music drowns out the noise. The people choose life every single day, and that's a lesson the whole diaspora needs to learn. So as I come to the end of this video, this is my challenge to you. I want to challenge you. And if you've never left your country, if you've never seen yourself as the majority, if you've never felt what it is like to move through the world without code switching, go to Jamaica. Not for Instagram pics, not for the result, all inclusives. Go for you, go for your soul, go for you to remember what you've forgotten. Go to reconnect with the part of yourself that's been buried under respectability, politics, and survival mode. Go to dance with your ancestors, eat like your belly has never been polished, laugh like your joy is rebellion, because it is, my brothers and sisters. Jamaica will show you what the Western world has been hiding from you, that you're not enough. You've always been enough, and the world is richer, not poorer, when you take up your space. So book that flight, park light, leave your code switching at customs, and when you land, excel. You're home. That's it for today, family. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment down below telling me where did you feel most free. Let us build this thing. I'm the Bantu Merchant, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace and one love.